Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. This is part 2 of the Power Girl work in progress. I think this might be the last video, I'm not sure, we'll see what happens. I'm going to do really fast videos on some of the areas, but when I do the white outfit, I'm actually going to really show how I kind of get a nice white outfit going with specific paints and not go crazy with shadows, but actually add in some other colors to it where it really makes it pop, but you're not blowing it out with like grays and make the white really dull or blues, and we'll get to that. It'll be kind of a cool video. So basically, I did all her skin tones. I did a flat base, skin tone, and what happened was I found a lot of errors I didn't like, and I had to patch them up. So I sanded all those down, and basically I got the skin tone all set up, ready for doing detail work. Now, there's 2 little areas left I have to actually patch before I start doing the skin, which is good because most of it's all ready to go. The one glove, I think it was this one, yeah, the right hand, where I had to redo I had to do the zipper because I completely forgot about it. But the zipper's done, so that's good. Now, this is the base. Now, the base I did a long time ago. I mean, I did this before I even was really like, even started like chopping up and doing the outfit. What I was is I had the base, I set her up, and one night when I was doing some stuff, I just had this urge. I was like, you know what? I want to try something really cool. So I did kind of a marble thing, but I did a little bit different. So I had a lot of fun with this, so I thought this would work really cool with Power Girl. I wanted a blue-gray type base. I didn't want just flat black, and I didn't want like a marble. I just want to have some fun with it, so that's what I did. And then one night I was working with some yellow, so I figured, let me work on her hair while I work on this other project. So what I did was I drilled a hole into the little key there, and I put this metal rod in. It'd be easier to paint it holding it like this than to try to hold it with my hands, because basically all you could do is just chop that off and then just glue it into the head at the end, which makes life a lot easier. So that's pretty much what I did, and that's where I'm at. So the next step is just fine-tuning her up real quick. A few little details left to do. And then after that, just get back to painting. So we'll be back more once I get ready to do some skins and the outfit. Alright guys, so basically I worked out the whole facial features with Power Girl now. And I wanted to go more with the 90s look lipstick with, the liner going across it. And I wanted to give her really heavy makeup, eyeshadow and everything. So as you can see, gave her some blush, and it's working out pretty cool. So all the skin tone's done, everything's looking good, and we're getting there. So the next step will probably be doing the outfit and then the gloves, and attaching the cape and getting her all finished up. But going there, getting there, enjoying it, liking the way it's looking. So trying to get really that adult, sexy look, like she's really there to kick some ass. So we'll be back with more updates. Alright, so this is where I'm at with Power Girl now. Pretty much did all the face features are done, and as you can see, I started working out some line work around the outfit, and the reason why I do that is it makes life a lot easier once you start to mask it. It leaves a little room for error. So since she's a white outfit, I went with the darker gray, because when I put the silly putty on to mask it and I pull it off, if there's a little bit of line of gray, it acts like a shadow, so it kind of works out a little bit better, and this is kind of the way I'm working. And I also did it with the boots here. I did a really dark blue. So I think the next step now will probably be, I'm going to do the boots and I'll do the gloves, get them done, and then I'll do the white, because the white's going to be a little bit more difficult, and I would like to do the white last, just in case if I have to handle her, white can get dirtier easier. So this is where I'm at now, and we'll be back once I finish up some more. Alright guys, get ready to paint a Power Girl in her white outfit. Now, I want to explain some few things about white paint. This might help you guys out a little bit, at least some stuff that I found. Like Createx white out of the bottle, going on statues, I've had cracking, I've had it just comes out in globs sometimes, and it just doesn't work out. So I really stay away with white Createx going onto a statue that needs a white area. I stay away from that, but I can use the white for when I do granite bases, sprinkling stars on the statue, like in my Captain Marvels, all that stuff. So Createx works, white works for good things, but bad things. Like I found all different types of paint. Some colors work good, some colors work bad. I've used Tamiya white, which is kind of a glossy white, and it works good, but the only problem is it pulls up a color underneath. And if you use a Tamiya color on the bottom, like if I did red here and then I did the white over, the white would pick it up and turn it pink. So gloss white, well, the regular white from Tamiya is like a gloss white. It works good, but the problem is it pulls up colors. But I do like that white for specific things. But I don't want the statue just thing being glossy on her outfit. Regular flat white from Tamiya works good, but the only problem is I've had some cracking with that, and it doesn't like to go on any kind of a smooth, slick surface. It just doesn't grab. So I stay away from flat white when I ever have to do a solid piece, like a big piece like this. Now a couple other brands I really haven't tried too much. Haven't had a chance to get Garage Kits whites. I know I heard it's good. I just haven't had a chance to pick up a bottle yet. Golden white I haven't tried yet. I still got to try that. But I just know that certain white paints and certain brands have a lot of chalk in it, and it just gets very chalky and cracks, and I just try to stay away from certain brands and certain colors. But what I found was Citadel white, ceramic white, or Scar white. These bottles here, I love these whites. This white thinned down a little bit through water, because they're kind of very thick. Going through the airbrush goes on nice and smooth. It grabs. I don't get it pulling up any color. You can actually hit some other colors and shadows over it, and it works good. So I picked up these bottles. Now the only problem with these bottles is they're very expensive. I have a hobby store near me that I go to, and just to pick up one of these bottles, it's anywhere from $5 to $6 a bottle, and you're only getting this much paint. It's good paint, but the problem is you really don't get a really lot for your buck. So I went on eBay and I did some searching, and I found a couple guys selling them cheaper. But what I did is I found somebody on eBay, which is kind of like my Citadel like hookup now, and I'm giving you guys the information. Here's his card. His name's John Wright, and I'll plug in his information on the site. You can contact him, and he's got really good prices. He hooked me up. I mean, I think he was selling me these bottles on somewhere for like a little bit under $3 a buck. I guess they call them pots. So I got a bunch of them from him. It was a really good deal, best prices I got. So I'll plug in the information on the thing. If you guys are looking for Citadel paint, contact him. He really hooked me up pretty good. So basically now I just need to mask her up, and I need to paint up the whole white outfit and do some shadowing. Now I'm not going to do any kind of a black shadowing. It's going to be either gray or so. It's not really even going to be blue. I think what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the light gray from Model Air. So that's as far as the shadows I'm going to go on her. I don't really want the white to be like muted and just like with blacks or blues. I really want to stay away from the blues too. But that's a little bit of information for you. Hopefully it helped you guys out. And basically once I get her all masked up and painted up, we'll come back. Alright guys, so basically I did the white on the Power Girl outfit, and it came out really cool. I'm really happy with it. Now there was no black, and there was no black shading used at all on her, because I didn't want to go overboard with the white. I wanted to keep white, and I wanted to keep a light gray shadowing. So like I said, I did the Citadel white Scar, coated her, got a really nice cool coat, and then what I did is I did some what is this, the Vince-Vell light gray, and I got that on there with shadowing, and then I toned it down a little bit, but I kept the gray in there because I really want to make sure there's some definition. I don't want, because I want to make sure that this pops out when the white hit that. We got some muscles going because she is pretty strong, and it's kind of a tight outfit. So I didn't want, didn't want to go super black shadowing, because I have a golden shading gray, and if you go too crazy with the shading gray, it'll be like black and muddy looking and look like she's dirty. So as you can see, we got a lot of definition in there. Now I didn't want to go just straight white, so I have a Alclad Prismatic Sapphire. Now I think this stuff has been discontinued, and I have a couple bottles left, and basically I misted her, and I misted her really good. So there is a prismatic blue tint on her outfit in different lights and angles, so it's not just pure flat white. So in certain outfits you'll see a little bit of a sheen, so it'll give the effect that it's like almost like a spandex, and it's kind of like, not just a flat, cotton white outfit, so it's got kind of like a little stretchiness to it. So that's what I went with, and that's where she's at now. She's not glued in yet. These pieces just go in and out at the moment. I'm just showing you how she looks now, because I did the zippers on her and everything. So the next thing is do her belt, then get the little belt buckle piece that I had, the little diamond thing that I made up, and then after that I put the cloak in and then glue her all together. So that's where she's at now, and hopefully you guys are liking how she's coming out, because I think it's awesome. And this is like the Power Girl, and I wish, like, you know, Sideshow and other companies would just start making Power Girls, because she's popular and she just looks kick-ass in 3D form. So we'll be back on more updates. Alright guys, we're at the final stage of Power Girl. So basically the belt is done and I have the belt buckle on there. Now I know a lot of belt buckles are blue with a silver clasp, some are red with the gold clasp, some are blue with the gold clasp. So different people did different Power Girl ideas, so I came up with the idea of doing red with this belt buckle piece. Now it was a very shiny piece, and what I did was I sanded it down and I toned it down so it kind of looks like a really cool belt buckle. So that's pretty much my idea of the Power Girl, and I like the way it came out, pretty cool. So, and basically the last step is getting the cape in. So now my friend Adam, who does cloth work, he does a bunch of stuff for the Street Fighter statues and the stuff that he's been working on, which is pretty cool. So I contacted him and he helped me out. Came up with this cloth, and there's a wire going across it all. Now what he did is he gave me a really extra long piece here, so what I did is I cut it to where I wanted it and I sewn it up. So what happens now is I make sure that this goes into the hole here. I get it as far in there as possible, I glue it, and then what I do next is I take the rope here, measure to what I want, and I glue that in there. And then from there, once that's all in there, I did this little piece here. It's a little bit of a tacky button thing you can get at Michael's. And what I did was I ripped off the stickiness on the back, and I took this nail and I glued this nail in. So what happens after that is once this cape is in there, I push this nail in there. I just have to work out everything, and that's pretty much what we'll be at. So it's kind of like a premium format Power Girl with, you know, so that's pretty much what we're looking at. I gotta just kind of tweak it up and get it in there pretty good, but right now that's what I came up with. And since it's got a wire on it, basically once it's in, you know, I could bend the wire down and just have fun with it, you know, kind of flow. So that's kind of like a premium format Power Girl came up with. I don't work with cloth, I don't sew, but you know, if you know people who can do that stuff, you can find someone like me where I can work on something, send it to your seamstress or, you know, whoever works on cloth, and they can add it on, and you can make yourself your own premium format custom. So it's kind of like a stepping stone where I could kind of start working and learning and being able to work with somebody else to make a cloth item, because people do like cloth, which is fine. Whatever you like is what you like. So the next step will be a 360 final video on her, because she's pretty much done. So once I get all this done, we'll have a 360 video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.